Good morning. This is Buzz Coren, and I make multi-layered wooden jewelry and other things in my basement shop here in western North Carolina. And this is where we live. Garden about to grow, hopefully. And this is about as tidy as it gets. Okay, so we just got into the shop, and I'll walk around here and maybe do a 360 and show you everything. And this is a basement, so it does double duty for utility room, laundry, other household stuff. But this is where I spend most of my time, in about 575 square feet. This is my spray booth. Calvin and Hobbes final cartoon. Measuring instruments. Yeah. Laundry stuff. Storage. And these are some little balls I'm working on while I'm not doing a whole lot of jewelry making. And they're in the works. Don't know how exactly they're going to turn out. And this is my lathe. Those will be cool, whatever they're going to be. Primary sanding station. Every tool is ported with its own vacuum port that I can shut off and turn on. Every tool has lighting. I like bandsaws. This is my workhorse that you can no longer buy, and every tool has its own little spotlight to put the light exactly where it needs to be, preferably not on my finger. Scroll saw. One little bandsaw. Second little bandsaw. Built-in disc sander. Larger drill press. Tiny drill press. And pneumatic drum sander. Storage, surfacing sander, storage, clamps. Can't have enough clamps, ever. I always need more. So, I usually start off making my jewelry using a pallet load of poplar veneer. And this stuff is about 1/42 of an inch thick, and it comes in bundles. And I cut them up into squares about 7 1/4 inches. And I stack them up 12 at a time in a little cage. That are separated by short lengths of aluminum extrusion. And I put that cage, sorry for the choppiness here, into a pressure cooker where I dye it for about 15 minutes under pressure. And after it's dried, after they're dyed, excuse me, dyed and dried, I clamp them together for a couple weeks at least to flatten them out, like so. And those, when they're flattened out, get sorted out into different sequences that eventually become a lamination like this. Now this is about 300 layers thick, maybe 1.5 inches in depth, and maybe 8 inches high. And from there I cut this up into smaller pieces and cut them up again and again and again until they're small enough to make a pair of earrings out of, which I shape on the sander, having cut them on either or both of these bandsaws. And the reason I have 3 bandsaws is because I don't like changing blades. So these are all pretty much dedicated to certain cutting operations, and it saves me from having to go back and forth and keep changing blades, and that's kind of a nuisance. It takes about 52 individual steps to make my earrings, and while I'm not set up to show you every single one of those, most of them start off as a piece cut off of that lamination I made, cutting it on an angled curve, and that is cut into smaller pieces to make eventually these. This pair here is made by a different process, but it still starts off with the same lamination. So that's basically how I do what I do. I use Gorilla brand polyurethane glue for almost everything. It's great stuff. No, I was not paid for that endorsement. So, thanks for watching. Hope that was helpful. If anybody has any questions, you can always get in touch with me. Go to featherwoodworks.com and there's contact information there. So, thanks again.